Prior to meeting Bri, I was ridden with a lot of anxiety and depression. I truly let life run me. Any emotion that I was feeling just crippled me. This truly started when I was very young. I've gone through some traumatic experiences, and I think that certainly has worsened a lot of my anxiety and depression that started at a young age. I remember as a child being very clingy to my parents, always needing someone to kind of rescue me and to save me from any of my fears. I have met with more traditional or conventional therapists than I can count on my hands. And I felt like my anxiety was almost worsened going to traditional therapists. They wanted to hash out all the finite details of my traumatic experiences, and that actually led me to full-on panic attacks before going to see my therapist. There was no help in reforming my thoughts. Some of these distorted thoughts that originated from fearful thinking. Rock bottom for me happened when I was no longer able to care for myself. It was hard to get out of bed. I was taking a lot of medications that gave me many side effects, and I think made me feel honestly much worse. I was unable to work. I turned to addictive type behaviors to cope because I felt as if I had no other coping tools. My mother was the one to introduce me to Bri, and my mom would often tell me on the phone, I know this woman who helps me with my personal fitness goals, but at the end of every session, she sits down with us and gives us a really nice piece of information and wisdom to lead the rest of the week with. She says that she automatically thought of me, that Bri would be a perfect match to help me pull through my struggles. So going into my first session with Bri, I did feel some hesitancies. What I quickly realized is that Bri invests every part of her into your well-being. This is it's no longer just me going through these problems. Bri is strategizing with me, and I felt inspired and uplifted. And I felt this sense of, here's someone who can really, really help me. Since starting my work with Bri, I now have control of my life and of my emotions. I now work and have found a nice, healthy environment to work in. I can completely take care of my pets. And I'm actually social now. I'm back to going to parties, visiting with friends, and she's also helped me with my family. I think that one of the biggest changes in me is that I now have a voice. I really do. I can be heard. I'm capable of so much more than I ever thought I could be. I had this picture in my mind of where I wanted to be initially, and I have so surpassed that picture in my mind. And I'm doing some really great things that I never thought possible. I found that Bri uses many different methodologies to problem solve. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of program. She customizes specifically to you. I have been codependent on medications for a very, very long time, and I am almost completely off of medications. In this process, I have shown up and I have kept a very open and willing mindset. And from there, Bri meets you with the most immense compassion and non-judgment, and she guides you down this beautiful path of healing. If you resonate with my story, do yourself a favor and reach out to Bri, have a discussion, and you'll soon realize just how she can help you form the life you really want to live.